I wish I had an ounce of your creativity. That's what someone said to me a couple weeks ago after I presented at an online summit. And that comment has sort of been living in my head rent-free since then. And I wanted to make a video because I think that's something that a lot of people think or that they worry about, that they're just not creative enough to have visually engaging presentations. And I have two things that I want to say about that. First, I'm not actually so sure that I agree that this is really driven by creativity. I would say that it's not creativity, but it's actually more design. And there is a difference. With design, you have a lot of rules and formulas that you do kind of need to follow, especially when we're talking about information design, which is what presentations are. Things like, okay, if you want this thing to stand out, then you need to use contrast. Or if you want people to look at this part first, then you need to use visual hierarchy. And sometimes you stack those things up. But there are some predefined rules and formulas that actually make it pretty easy to do once you know what those rules and formulas are. So it's not like the sky is the limit. There's limitations because of design, and there's also limitations because of the software and the format itself. So you really have a smaller menu of options than I think you might be assuming. It is actually very possible to create accessible, visually engaging, beautiful presentations without even being all that creative. And the second thing I wanted to say is if you don't feel like you're creative, then it's probably just because you are out of practice. I am firmly convinced that everybody is born creative, everybody is born wanting and being able to tell stories, but you know, life and adulting and the professional world just gets in the way. We're pretty much told from a young age that as we get older, we should be less creative. We should be less interested in the arts, and we should be less interested in storytelling, especially as it relates to the professional world. And I've seen it over and over and over again with my clients because we do start with design first. I teach you the rules, I teach you the formulas, and if you follow those, your slides are going to look great. And then as that confidence develops, as that experience develops, as that practice develops, then you start to notice that creativity just happens naturally. So yeah, if you were worried that you weren't creative enough to create nice presentations, you don't have to be all that creative. If you can follow directions, if you can follow instructions, then you can follow design rules and principles to make better presentations. But if you're saying that because you wish you were more creative, then please be reassured that you have it in you and you just need some practice. But yeah, I've got lots of videos to help you use design and even creativity if you want in your presentations. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.